Youth and Family Services has been in existence in some way, shape, or form for about 61 years. It always has been designed around what are the needs of children and families in the community.
Throughout Youth and Family Services history, we have been innovative by meeting needs of children and families in our community that hadn't really been addressed or fully met.
Their range of services has really expanded greatly over the years, from starting out to be just the Girls Club many, many years ago, to expanding into a number of these other programs to meet the needs of some of those same groups of people in our community, those same children and families in our community. The range of services from early childhood education, nutrition programs, after-school programs.
So we provide counseling and trauma treatment, educational and recreational programming, relationship education for families, and just so many support services that truly support families.
But we also look at the overall approach that is taken here, and the children are able to receive services for many years.
Our programs have been designed to work together so that families enrolled in one program have access and opportunities and resources through other programs that we offer. So our programs are really designed to support families as a whole to strengthen that family unit.
Youth and Family Services might be somewhat unique in terms of how we're organized, with 9 programs that have a wide scope of services that we're providing to children and families, all under one roof, one umbrella, one organization. And I think that gives us the opportunity to deliver some of those services in a manner that's more financially efficient than it would be if each of those services were in a different organization. I think it also gives us the opportunity to connect some of the children and families we work with to more services. In other words, if we're providing some educational services to them, but identify or understand that they're dealing with a health need that isn't met, we can connect them with health resources. So I think having all of those services in one organization provides a number of benefits to the community and the people we serve.
Our efforts here at Youth and Family Services is to provide free or reduced costs for those services that we provide. And this is one of the ways that the Bush Prize South Dakota has really helped us here, is that it's provided a funding source that we're able to continue doing that.
Receiving the Bush Prize South Dakota was really helpful to Youth and Family Services in terms of providing some stability. Our programs are funded by quite a number of different sources, government grants that can come and go, donations from private individuals, and a very, very small amount of fees that might be charged for some of the programs. And inevitably, there's a program or two where there might be a funding gap, and there's a lot of anxiety over how to fill that gap. And receiving the Bush Prize South Dakota helps relieve some of that anxiety and ensure that we can keep some of those programs going, even in years where there might be a small funding gap.
I have lived in the Black Hills community in Rapid City my entire life. I grew up here. I utilized services from YFS when I was younger. And I think it's really easy to remember when you were a child. Everybody wants to be a superhero and wants to be a helper. And I feel that this organization is that for our community. We step up, we assess needs, we address those needs, and help other children and families in our community, and not just on our own, but collaboratively. We help pull community members together. We work in cooperation with other organizations to make sure that all of those children and families in our community that are served have the tools and resources they need to be successful.
Receiving the Bush Prize South Dakota has just been an outstanding thing for Youth and Family Services. One of the major things is it has, in a way, recognized and acknowledged the work that the leadership and board of this organization has done throughout the 61 years.
One of the things that I've learned from the people that we serve is that they're in need of services for a lot of different reasons. And some of us that are a little more blessed sometimes think that people who are lacking services and live in poverty or lacking health care, it may be some of their own doing and their own decisions, and sometimes that may be the case. But you learn when you work here and work with the people that we do that oftentimes it's circumstances beyond their control that have put them in those situations, and therefore the need to help them to reach and access those services is just critical.
Right now, as we are today, Youth and Family Services provides direct service programming to thousands of children and families, and then we serve more than 14,000 children and families through our outreach programs in western and central South Dakota. If we didn't exist, that would be more than 14,000 children and families each year who were not receiving services they need that were benefiting them and their families.